Okay, so here's an update of the build. So there are a lot of small parts to assemble this. I got the feeling that like half of the parts of this kit are already assembled in here. Meanwhile, I also glued the wings together, and the problem now is that now it won't fit. Like, it's impossible to fit it in. You can see that on both sides. Like, look at this. It's not something that I can press it in. I mean, it's a lot. So what I have to do now, my next task is to sand down the wing root to make the baby fit. All right? Okay, I'm gonna give you an update. I did a lot of sanding with this baby here, mostly alongside the wing root here. You know, I did a lot, like a lot. Here, at some points, now it's very thin. It became very thin, but it wasn't enough. So I had to start also using the tool in these areas here, where I already attached the wings. And of course, what happened? Well, I was trying to snap it in. And even now, after all the sanding I did, it's not 100%ly working. I don't know, it's a fight. It became a dirty fight, but yeah, I can press it in here. Still, you can see the gaps remaining. And I told you about this little thing here where it's not 100% aligned. And first I thought that's the reason why, it's not fitting, but it's not true. It's impossible that this small imperfection can cause this type of misfit. And I forgot to mention that this part here is kind of a, you see it's bigger than the fuselage part. So this was also making a good fit impossible because it blocked down here. So while I was sanding with Mr. Sanding Tool, I also sanded down this area, and I had to repaint it because you can see it. You can see this part through the big window here. Okay, yeah. I was kind of losing my nerves with this. Here you can really see what I mean. There's no way I can bend this mask around the wing like this. There's just no way to do this. It's too thick and it won't stick here. So I'll have to think of something, but first I have to manage to marry these two together. Okay, wish me luck. Alright guys, as you can see, wings and fuselage are together, assembled. The landing gear is in place, the horizontal and the vertical stabilizer. Yeah, the wing root fit is horrible. It's really horrible. You see the two gaps here, left and right. We got edges, where the wing is attached to the fuselage, we have those edges. And here I have to work on this area. This is annoying a bit. It's a bit annoying because this kit is, I don't know, what is it? 2020, 21, something like that. It's a new kit. It's a brand new kit. But the fitting, I mean, it has issues like a kit from, I don't know, 1980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Now you can witness what this kits like this are doing to my mental state. This is where I'm at mentally. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
And all girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Okay, now we're gonna do this other technique now. We're gonna do this other technique now. We are going to do this other technique now. This other technique is like we make the gap bigger. Let's make the seam line bigger and then try to cover it with putty. Ooh, that was wrong. Huh? We cannot really make it so much bigger. Only a little bit. What the hell?
Okay, so finally I filled all the gaps with putty, more or less. I attached the one-piece canopy part, and here are the ones which are going to use for the kit, the single ones. And we use the Mitsubishi interior green color first because we want to have the appearance that we did an inside canopy masking as well. So first we paint it from the outside with green, then cover everything with black primer, and after we black primed it, we will use the outside color of the aircraft. So when you peek through the windows, you will see the green interior color on the canopy, which is an effect I really love. It's a small detail, but it makes the build look so much more real, especially when you build it with open canopies. It's a must, I think. So this is the Hairyo-shoku gray green. I hope I pronounced this correctly, which I don't think I did. This is the outside color of the aircraft. And you have to be careful with spraying canopies, spraying those clear parts. After I did the paint job, seal everything with a satin varnish, and here you have the example. Gray green on the outside, Mitsubishi interior green on the inside. When you have small imperfections on the canopy, you can easily clean this with a simple toothbrush. Look how easy it was to demask the mask hole which I used to mask the interior parts of the single canopy pieces. As I took it off the tape, it was demasked. I love that. Definitely will do this technique again. Now it's time for some pre-shading, or better say a pre-fading, because I'm using white. And yeah, I used a lot of time sanding and filling and stuff like that, which I didn't expect for this kit, for this model. So yeah, I didn't want to lose too much time with pre-shading or marbling or fading or whatever. So I just did a quick pre-fade with white. To give an uneven shape, and then used blue. It's what is it? USAF light blue something. On some parts I used blue. And it was mostly, you know, around the fuselage, the undercarriage, and on top, and also the stabilizer. After that, I used just as a second color some Midori green to mix it up a bit, to get some greenish type of look, and blue, because I think blue and green, they fit together very well with gray. As a base color for the later paint job over it and cover it with gray. Let it shine through. So this is the Hairyo-shoku green, the gray green, which is a fantastic color. Changes a bit the look after the washes and the varnish, but with gray I think this is quite strong. And yeah, some people maybe think like, yeah, gray is some kind of a bit boring color, but I have to insist that it's not, because it's one of the most interesting colors, because everything between black and white is gray. So there's so much color variation, there's so much like tone variation within gray. I don't think that there's any other color which has more tone variation than gray. Because it could be almost black and still be gray, or almost white and still be gray. And I think gray you can combine with almost every other color. You can have a brownish gray or a greenish gray. I think it's very fantastic. And here you see the finished result. And now I'm very happy I can, make a step forward and start applying finally the decals and then do the weathering. So these will be the next steps. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next episode where we will put on the decals, we will do the weathering and the final assembly, because there's still some parts to assemble. Not all the parts are assembled yet. So here I'm just doing a satin varnish coat to prepare the surface for the decals. I hope you loved the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.